How does climate change cause extreme droughts and floods in watersheds? Imagine a world where the rain falls unpredictably, sometimes flooding the land and other times leaving it cracked and dry. That's what climate change is doing to our watersheds. It's changing how water moves through the landscape, making floods and droughts more common and more severe. When the climate warms, it affects the patterns of rainfall and evaporation. Some places get less rain overall, but when it does rain, it often comes down in heavy bursts that can cause flash floods. Other areas see less rain and longer dry spells, turning soil into dust and drying up rivers and lakes. Warmer temperatures also cause snowpacks to melt earlier in the year. Normally, snow slowly melts and feeds streams during spring and summer. But now, snow melts faster and earlier, which means water rushes into rivers too soon, causing floods in winter and early spring. Later in the year, there's less snow left to melt, so streams and groundwater levels drop, leading to drought conditions. This shift messes up the natural flow of water in watersheds, making it harder for ecosystems and communities to depend on steady water supplies. Heavy rainstorms driven by climate change can overwhelm natural drainage systems and man-made infrastructure. When too much water flows over land too quickly, it causes erosion and flash floods that can damage homes, roads, and habitats. Meanwhile, long dry periods mean less water soaks into the ground, reducing groundwater recharge. This lowers the amount of water stored underground, which is vital for keeping rivers flowing during dry times. When groundwater levels fall, it also affects water quality and the health of ecosystems that relying on consistent water sources. Increased temperatures also speed up evaporation from soil and water bodies. This means less moisture stays in the ground, intensifying drought conditions. As the water cycle becomes more erratic, it becomes harder to predict and manage water resources. Water managers need to plan for these extremes by restoring natural vegetation, which helps hold soil and retain water, and by designing infrastructure that can handle sudden floods or extended dry spells. Understanding how climate change causes these water extremes helps us protect watersheds better. It's about adjusting how we manage water, so communities and ecosystems can survive and thrive despite the changing climate. The key is to recognize that shifting, weather patterns and rising temperatures are making floods and droughts more frequent and intense, and we need to adapt our strategies to keep water flowing steadily and safely.